Greetings! This is Steve from Purple Sage Healthy Living, and today is kind of a special video. This is an update on the things that I take now, because I change up my routine from time to time, because it seems like the body gets used to a certain thing, and sometimes I just let my body rest. So for those who don't know, this September is my 8th year of being on medication-free journey. It is also, I think, my 8th year of my 7th year of being vegetarian, or living a plant-based lifestyle. I should say it that way. I don't like those labels. So today I thought I would do a video to let you know what I'm doing now, as opposed to, you know, when I started with this video right here. Okay? So one thing before I get started, I do talk a lot about drinking the water, and I've learned a few things over the years about drinking water. Yes, water is good, and I'm slowly thinking that one shoe doesn't fit all. Okay, you see, you need to drink 8 ounces of water every so often, and do 64 ounces a day, or half your weight in water. Man, that may be true, but my thing has changed over the years. Now I find myself trying to eat more, say, watery fruits and vegetables. And Lord, I hate that the watermelon season here has come to a close, and I'm gonna miss it, because with that I could make, I guess you could call it watermelon water. I added a little lemon, a touch of salt, and I would drink off of that, you know, to stay hydrated during the day, along with my water. So one of the other things that I've done is, you all have seen this glass before. This is what I normally take my supplements with in the morning. The only thing that I've changed up with my drinking vessels, I've gone back to copper. And I've had some of these for quite some time. They were in the cabinet, and I just didn't, you know, pull them out. I also have a couple of tumblers, but my main thing is my pitcher. I put my water in there. I refill it over several days and keep it full. I always put distilled water in it, because using tap water and that kind of stuff, you know, you don't really know. Hell, you don't really know what's in the distilled water. But I'm saying I use distilled water. Okay. Water is very important. It helps keep us, keep our focus. A lot of times when you are not hydrated, you get headaches. We get foggy in the brain. So it's best to make sure that you stay hydrated. So I just wanted to tell you, these are some of the things that I'm doing. And I'm going to tell you, back in the day, I know I'm always talking about back in the day, but baby, when pipes from the house to the street were made from copper, and then they took those out, and now you got this plastic stuff. The copper, I mean the pipes, I don't know the exact term of what you call them, is the PVC, whatever. And then they use glue to put them together. And you think when you're drinking your water from the tap, all that's coming through. Anyway, back in the day, the pipes were copper, which copper purifies water. And anyway, I'm not gonna go off on that, but just think about it. You may want to invest and make sure that whatever you have is pure copper and not something that has been pressed over the top of something else. Okay, so let's get down to what I'm taking right now. As you know, like I said, I am not doing any medication, period. Have not since 2019, actually. Yeah, so that means my math is off a little bit. Anyway, you count it. Okay, 2019, I stopped taking any kind of prescription meds. And I have pretty much stopped dealing with over-the-counter things as well, as much as I can. I don't have inflammation and the aches and pains. I told you that too, that a lot of people my age may have. In a few more months, I will be 70 years old, and I still have my movement. I don't have any, I don't have no pains, baby. It's simple as that. And I think I attribute that to my change in my lifestyle, which includes the way I eat, and knowing what things do cause inflammation and mucus in the body has greatly changed the way I look at food. Also, this is if I don't do anything else, I'm doing this every day. This is my personal bottle. I also sell this on my website, and I'll leave a link down at the in the description if you're interested. It comes in 2 strengths. I take the 90,000 heat units. That way I can kind of control if I need less or more. With the lower one, sometimes you wind up, if you start to amp it up, you wind up using more and more. Where with this one you can use less if you need to, or you can use more if you need to. This is good for circulation. It also is a mucus buster. It's good for the heart, and it does a lot of things. This is my go-to, no matter what. Because I do change up my routine. Sometimes I just stop, maybe for a whole week, and not take any supplements, nothing. But I'm always gonna take this right here, no question. Okay, the other thing is, because I no longer use regular salt, I think a lot of you, if you remember the little girl on the front with the umbrella and the iodized salt, I no longer use that. And I'm one of those people who take my, I take my salt, and especially if I know I'm going someplace where I need to add something, I'm normally gonna take my own, whatever. But I now use this, and I've been using this probably for about 2 years. This comes from 4 Cycles of Life, Herbalist Kareem's website. I take 2 drops in about 4 ounces of water after I've taken all my other stuff, so I can have my daily intake of iodine, because there's older folks, sometimes our bodies don't make the same amount as the younger ones, and you get your iodine from, you know, your minerals, whatever, and you can't get any of that in in most of the stuff that we have now, because the nutrition is gone. So I'd rather be safe than sorry, okay? I usually take this daily, and again, like sometimes I will skip a day or whatever. It's not that crucial, but this is really good, and I appreciate Herbalist Kareem for turning me on to this, because wow. The other main thing, especially with the blood pressure, because I no longer take any kind of blood pressure medication, none, 0. I found a company, a local company here, that distributes this. And it is a combination of magnesium, zinc, and selenium. Now, it is good for for your immune system. But honey, when I tell you, when I start, this is it right here. And all these things that I'm showing you, I'll leave a link to, so you can get your own if you decide to try it. I'm not selling it. Listen, this is the other thing. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm just telling you what works for me, okay? This combination right here, it helped me so much. I did not know. I know I needed the magnesium and potassium to help try to keep my blood pressure maintained, among other things, but those are some of the biggest ones. When I started taking this, I noticed that my focus got better, and so did my sleep. And I also, you know, during the winter months, I make my own magnesium butter that I put on the bottom of my feet. I still do that. I do mine in the summer too, but I can't ship it because it's too hot and it melts, because I don't put all the extra stuff in it that a lot of people do. But this right here, it made, for me, it really made a difference. So I'm going to leave a link. If you want to try it, you can. In addition to that, I also take D3 and K2. Now this right here actually came from Costco. I don't know. I will leave the name. I'll see if I can find a link for this. But this combination right here, this has been a game changer for me. I feel much better. What I'm told is the D3 and K2, in addition to the magnesium, selenium, and zinc, the vitamins help the body absorb the magnesium and all this that's in here. So this complements this, okay? So the other thing that I do, and this is on my website, this is something that I sell on my website. It's a women's support capsule. I had started off with 500 milligrams, and taking them, I want to say, twice a day, in the morning and at night. So now I've upped the formula. The formula has been more, it's now more potent. It's 650 milligrams. The tablet, the capsule is just a little bit bigger, but it helps me. And I put this out here. I had a hysterectomy years ago. And baby, I was on estradiol. And when I stopped taking all medication, that included that as well. So I had to find something that would replace it. And honey, it was a rough patch there for a minute, because if you don't have what you need that God gave you to regulate your body, then you have to find something that works for you. And this right here has worked for me. It has Don Quai, black cohosh, chase tree berry, wild yam, and red clover. And it has been enough for me. I don't suffer from night sweats and hot flashes. Now, I may get something every now and then, but a lot of that is attributed to something that I have eaten and not necessarily just a female thing, right? The other good thing about these are the younger ladies. It's good for PMS and those symptoms. It's good for perimenopause and going through the menopause. I know because I use it. And that's the thing. A lot of things that I do try or that I show you are things that I've used myself. So it's not like I heard, somebody told me. Well, yeah, somebody did tell me, and I tried it and I liked it. So I try not to keep things. The ones that work for me, I try to give as suggestions for other folks if you're interested. The other thing, in addition to this right here, I also have, I call this is my wellness tea. And it has spearmint, nettle, oat straw, red clover, and red raspberry leaf. This is a very good mineral-rich. I actually put some rose hips in here too. They got vitamin C. This is good, and I don't do it every day. I may do it, I don't know, 4 times a week. The other thing is, I haven't had to take this in a while. This is why this is a brand new jar. This is Divine Iron. The iron capsules that they give us over the counter can cause problems. I'll just say that. I'd rather get mine from nature. And this young lady that does this tea, she's from Louisiana, near New Orleans. And I tried this. It's the bomb. I'll also leave a link to her website on here too, in the description. These are the things that I'm taking or that I am using at this point in life. And they're not set in stone. As I learn more, I try to do more. But I don't try to take so much that I bombard my system and it does not know what to do. I've learned, like everything else in life, less is more, okay? I start off with the least amount that I can use, and then if I need to up it, I do, or if I need to lower it, I do. One of the other things that I still do, I don't do it as often, but I still do colonics. I used to go once a month. Now I'm going every few months because, again, my eating and my lifestyle has changed. So I'm not needing to go as often, but I'm so glad that I took the initiative after learning about colonics. Because, look, let me tell you something. They calling it colonics. Now, back in the day, they used to give you enema. If you had to go to the hospital for anything, the first thing they would do, they would start your saline solution. They give you water, you know, giving you the fluids. You also got an enema to help get rid of whatever was in your colon. So they've known about cleaning out the system. Then, other than that, they wouldn't give you anything by mouth as far as food. You stop eating until they figured out or tried to figure out what was going on with you. That's something you may want to look into. I like it. That's one of the things that helps keep me, I believe. This is my opinion. I believe this is what helps keep me in the shape that I'm in. No, I don't look like Miss Universe. Not trying to. I just want to feel good, be able to do the things that I want to do when I want to do them without having assistance. And so far, it's been going pretty good. One other thing. Soursop Bitters. If you are bloated, if I'm not mistaken, I think Herbalist Viola, I think she carries this. I'll leave a link to her website as well. I know that she sells this in her store in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So if you are in that area, look her up. She's also at the flea market Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yes, this works. It works. It will clean you out. No questions asked. One last thing for right now is this. Now, I take this 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. This is a powerful antiviral. It's an anti-everything. Look it up. And don't get it confused with just regular oregano oil. This is wild oregano oil. Actually, this one came from Greece. And if you got anything going on, my husband had a sty coming on his eye. I gave him some eye bright and did the things that he always getting there something. Anyway, good I'm here, right? I did the warm compress and, trying to get it to go away. And it was still there, and it was causing him not really affecting it wasn't affecting his sight that he said. It was just annoying, and sometimes it itched. And of course he gonna mess with it, so it started to hurt. So I started him on a regimen of 2 drops of this in the morning and 2 at night. Put it on a spoon with some, hold up. This is my coconut oil. Put it on the spoon and then put 2 drops of this wild oregano oil. He did that for about a week and it started to go down along with the compresses. Then we started with him continuing, because whatever it was is still there. It starts just like everything else. When it shows up on the outside, it's something going on the inside. I don't know the science behind it. I just know what to do when things are going on, right? So then I started getting him to, at night, take a dab of castor oil on his finger and just rub it across his eyelid. Baby, within 3 days, that thing was gone. 3 days after we started with the castor oil and this, okay? So I think that's about it as far as my regular things that I do every day. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them below. Or if you've tried something that worked for you, share it. Because trust me, there's always somebody out there that needs some help. And I hope what I share with you also helps. At least it will give you a starting point that maybe there's something that you might be able to look up that may work for you. Because as I always say, everybody is different. What works for me may not work for you. But the great thing about the herbal community is that if this doesn't work, and that may not work, there's always a substitute. Just don't fall into the category of, well, if this works and this works, I'll just combine them all together. Do your research first. Because just because it's herbal does not mean that it will not hurt you if you don't know what you're doing. Okay? So, with that said, again, I appreciate you listening to me. I keep coming back because I want folks to see that it is possible to walk away from the meds. It's possible to walk away from a lot of things. But you gotta have the willpower. You gotta want to. And your want to and your need has to be stronger than what's put before you. Because I'm not going to tell you that it's always easy. It's gotten easier for me over the years, but it didn't start off being as easy as it is now. Nothing ever is. You got to keep applying yourself. So what I tell you is don't give up. I'm rooting for you. And I hope that you can make the change. And I know some people are maybe in a place where they have a lot going on. I won't say I'm not talking to those folks, because I am. But I want you to be able to see that somebody that looks like you is slowly making it through the journey. So you can see that it is possible. I wish you well in all your ways. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love to you.